you ever have one of those days where everything feels like it just clicks? Well, today felt like one of those days. I just got back to San Jose, California from a mediation that I had in Santa Rosa. And, everything today was pretty awesome. I'm not going to lie. I started off my day with a good workout. I ate a nice breakfast that was protein rich. And then I had a full day mediation with my client. I can't talk about the mediation because everything that happens during mediation is confidential. But one thing I can share is my client did walk out of there with a settlement agreement in the amount of $1.4 million. Now, before we get into that, because, sex abuse cases can get pretty intense, I'd love to just tell you how everything clicked. Number one, this was my first time meeting this client in real life after getting to know her for the past year and a half. And, I just want to say that, meeting her in real life was definitely a treat. And I could also say that, from the first day that we met to today, she and I are two completely different people than from the day that we first met. But yeah, we're not going to talk about the mediation, but it was definitely emotional, definitely. Things were clicking. Now, let me tell you about the best part, right? This is the part where things really started clicking. After the mediation was over, I waited for traffic to die down a little bit in Santa Rosa, and I took my dad's old route where he took to work at the law office he worked at when he was a paralegal and office manager. And so I took the 580 to the 80 to the 101 right through San Francisco. And, the cool thing about it being the holidays is, my brother, he always comes and visits during the holidays, which is another blessing, right? And, he was flying over here and I didn't know what time he was going to land. But when I was driving through San Francisco, I looked at my phone real quick at the group message between our family, and I saw that he just had landed. So I was 15 minutes away from San Francisco International Airport when he sent that text message, and I was like, oh my gosh. I was going from Santa Rosa to visit my parents because I thought my brother was going to be there already. But then I had the opportunity to pick him up from the airport because I was only 15 minutes away. I told you, man, things were clicking today. So I was able to pick him up, which is really cool, really cool. We always like picking each other up from the airport. And then, we went home visit the parents, which was even better because, I wasn't able to eat dinner today until I got to my parents' place, and my mom had this huge tub, this huge pot of oxtail soup just ready for him. So I was dovetailing along on his entrance, and of course there's plenty of oxtail soup to go around. And then we had a great time with our family together, and we were able to really, I'm glad I was there when he got into town and when he was able to visit, which was another blessing because, check it out. This morning started off great. Start off with a nice workout, a nice protein-rich breakfast, and a full day mediation. And after we were able to resolve that thing today, I was driving home, taking that 2-hour drive from Santa Rosa to San Jose with a pit stop over in Palo Alto to see my family, and then I was able to pick my brother up from the airport. Then I was able to see the whole family back together. Then I was able to eat dinner and have some nice oxtail soup. I even got, welcome to today's lunch break salad shake. You know the drill. My mom never lets me leave empty-handed. So I got some nice oxtail soup to go for lunch tomorrow. And then even, I got some onions she picked from the backyard to put in the oxtail soup. If you know, you know. And if you know how delicious this is too. So today was one of those days where everything just seemed to click. And when I say everything seemed to click, I don't mean everything was going right all day, but overall, everything was clicking. Like, for example, right after my client started making fun of me for not having a phone case on my phone, after I've had this phone for a really long time, today is the day that I dropped it and it finally cracked on the back of the phone. And now I see a little spider crack on the back of this thing as I'm talking to it. But, that even added another story of today. That added another clip of, just amazing things that can happen. If you're open-minded and you're keeping opportunities for good things to happen. So, yeah, it was a great day. Today was the type of case where, no dollar amount would actually be able to fully compensate my client and fully get justice and make sure it's served. But, 1.4 million is, I think it's a lot of respect. So we were able to get that going, and we were able to get that done for her, which was a beautiful thing, because I could tell you right now that, she and I are two different people today as compared to a year and a half ago when we met each other. And we were actually talking about that for about an hour and a half after the mediation. And, I'm really happy for her. So, one thing is that's the biggest case I've resolved in my career so far. So I know it's nothing to shake a stick at, but, one of the things I've also learned in the last decade of being a lawyer and, longer than that competing in sports is, as soon as you get done with one game, you got to focus on the next one. So today's a Wednesday. We had that mediation, and now, tomorrow's still Thursday. Tomorrow's a work day, and I got to get to bed. It's 11:15 right now. I just got home. So I got to get to bed, make sure I wake up early tomorrow, get a good workout in, make my protein-rich breakfast, and gotta get after that ass, because I have to get ready for another trial on Friday for a domestic violence restraining order. So, you know what? One thing I learned in sports, and you always know I say this, is whenever you get that win, whenever you get that W, whatever that means to you, you have the right to enjoy it. It's completely okay to enjoy it. But you can only enjoy it that night, because the next day you got to get ready for the next game. And that next game is on Friday morning in Contra Costa County Superior Court. So, just want to share a little bit of this and share how today was awesome. I got to pick my brother up from the airport. That's really cool. Really cool. That was not on my bingo card for today. And, at the end of the day, that's just a blessing to be able to finish a long day of work and, see your family at the end of it. So I'll talk to y'all later. You know me. On to the next game. We got to think about tomorrow, because tomorrow we have a lot more justice to find and a lot more justice to serve. So thanks, happy holidays, and I'll let you know how the next one goes.